Welcome to Get to Know Your County Commissioner. I'm Jeanette Perez. Cycling is becoming more and more popular, especially among millennials. Joining me today to discuss bikeability in Miami, and particularly in South Dade, is District 8 Commissioner Daniella Levine Cava and her guest, Mayor Eugene Flinn from the village of Palmetto Bay. Welcome, and thank you both for joining us.
Thank you so much, Jeanette.
Thank you, Jeanette.
Tell us about biking in Miami-Dade. Who are the groups that are promoting and trying to expand biking here?
Just like you said, millennials love to bike. They're not buying cars. They prefer to use public transit. And we have many groups that are promoting bike riding. So we've got Bike 305, which is our very own Miami-Dade County initiative. Groups like Emerge, which do bike events once a month. There's the very well-known Critical Mass activities, which sometimes shut down the roads, and we have the Green Mobility Network and bicycle clubs throughout the many cities. So a tremendous amount of interest, and particularly where we live in South Dade, it's ideal for bicycle riding.
And South Dade is a big biking district, so could you, Mayor, recommend some biking destinations or trails?
Well, first of all, I recommend you just get on your bike and explore. Down in the Palmetto Bay, Pinecrest, Cutler Bay area, there's so many places that you don't even realize they're there. Along Palmetto Bay, you get on that old Cutler bike trail. Where else can you get on a bike, ride and see a crocodile, go out and see so many points of Biscayne Bay? You've got several points at Deering. You've got the People's Dock. You have a what we call a secret garden if you go down there along near the old FP&L power plant, where you can walk along one of the environmental trails that they have there and go out, and it just opens up onto the water there. It's absolutely beautiful. Too few people know it's there. Best way to access it is by bike. Going down south to Black Point, it's a great destination to bike with a significant other or just yourself to go down and have lunch or an early dinner.
And what are some of the challenges that cyclists face here in Miami?
Safety, safety, and safety. And unfortunately, we have a very poor record of safety, both for pedestrians and for bicycle riders. So recently we've passed resolution at the County Commission on complete streets, and there's much more attention to making roads not just be about cars, but also be about sharing the road with the bicycles and pedestrians. And if people are aware and they learn the rules of the road, and we have to educate not just the people on the bikes but also the car drivers to understand that they need to share the road.
Right, and both motorists and cyclists have the same rights, and motorists are supposed to keep that 3 feet distance from bicyclists.
Yeah. Now, we have recreational trails everywhere, as the mayor said, so many hidden jewels, but we actually have 143 miles of dedicated bikeways not on streets, so greenways, and the plan is to build out to 500 miles. So in addition to the use of the streets, we have some dedicated bicycle paths that are very unique and special.
And both of you have participated in bike to work programs and your regular riders in South Dade. What are your thoughts on bicycling as an alternate form of transportation?
I started it about February of 2014. I enjoy it as often as I can. It's great exercise. It's clear mind. It's kind of fun when you're going along that great bike trail along the bus lanes and you're pretty much keeping up with the cars. For me, it's about 18 minutes to the office. I can get on the Metro Rail from there and get downtown, so I don't need a car once I get to the office. It's just a great way to go if you don't need to take other people with you.
I need to do a special tribute to our mayor because he does really bicycle. You could see him if you're down in our area most weekends. He's out there every day, and as well, so he's not only bicycling to work, but he's bicycling for fun and recreation, and has become very fit as a result. And he even leads bike trips for residents of Palmetto Bay to join the mayor on bike trips. So he's a real leader. I'm not quite as far into the biking routine, but we did both participate in Bike to Work Day with Mayor Jimenez, which was great fun, and we went from Vizcaya Station to downtown Miami. So we definitely want to showcase biking as a transportation option. We need more options, not more roads. We have to get people off the roads. And just to say as an example, in Miami, typically 70+% of our people are using motorized vehicles compared to 50% around the rest of the country. So we definitely have a gap to close.
And how can we make Miami-Dade County more bike-friendly?
I think if people get out there and just try it, they'll enjoy it, they'll stick with it. Obviously, the infrastructure is important. We've got to make sure we provide for the safe use of the bike lanes.
We need also to have better bike parking, and we need our employers to be bike friendly so that when people do come to work, perhaps they ride to a metro rail station or a bus, take the bike with them, and then once they get to their destination, they need to have a safe place to store their bikes.
Great.
And I thank you, Commissioner, for the credit, but also, I mean, groups, I'm so thankful for groups such as the Green Mobility Network in Palmetto Bay. When we have our community picnics or when Deering has that wonderful seafood festival, they're there with their bike valet, which really, where you have that secure place to leave your bike. It's great to see the families come in, these volunteers that work so hard to promote bikes, and it's all just beginning to grow. And with Commissioner Levine Cava's leadership and putting the cities together, we're all trying to blend our pedestrian and bicycle master plans. I think you're going to see a lot of improvements and a lot of increased use of biking in the entire county.
And before we let you go, Commissioner, are there any other words you'd like to close with?
Yes, I'm really happy that we're going to be sponsoring a resolution supporting a great event coming up November called Wheels. It will be an opportunity to promote biking, bikeability. There are many sponsors. There'll be hopefully 1,000 at least participants taking bike rides and promoting bike safety. We want to move from about 5% bike usage to 10%, which is the national average. So thanks for the opportunity to share that.
Thank you, Commissioner Levine Cava and Mayor Flinn. Both of you, thank you for taking the time and coming out and sharing those thoughts with us. That's all for this edition of Get to Know Your County Commissioner. To obtain more information on this topic, please call 311 or visit miamidade.gov. I'm Jeanette Perez. Thanks for watching.